Hey y'all, Jake from Minuteman Wood Design. Today we're going to do 5 wood scrap projects that you can use for side hustle cash. Let's get into it. 2 parameters right quick. Obviously wood scraps, so your overhead is low to 0. Secondly, something you can make in a short amount of time. So you're not making something for 2 hours that you're going to sell for 15 to 20 bucks. Alright, let's get started on the first project. Number 1, cup holder. I know the camera angle makes this look gigantic, but it's actually not. I have 4 kids. My kids leave their cups all over the countertops, drives my wife up the wall. So I built this really simple cup holder, right? Couple of pieces of wood, very simple angles. Organizes the cups. Keeps track of them because sometimes I get 2 and 3 throughout the day and we're running the dishwasher every day and that's no good, right? People would love this. People love it when you solve a problem with one of the things that you build. So here we go. Ways to elevate this. Miter the corners, maybe put some decorative trim routing on it if you want. Also, offer something like this, personalization. My wife has a Cricut machine she occasionally lets me use, but you could easily buy stickers, lettered stickers if you don't have that. All right, let's jump into the garage. I'll show you how I make it. All right, Joe. 3 pieces of wood, all cut the same. I made the squares for the cups at 3.5 inches. So these are 3.5. And then you got to determine, I think this one comes out to, this is just a 5 cup, so it comes out to 20.5. That's 3.5 for each slot, plus the 3/4 inch divider. So 3 pieces at 3.5 by 20.5 for a 5 cup. Glue, clamp, or brad nail. 2 pieces at 5 by 3.5. Glue, clamp, brad nail, and then dividers. 3.5 by 2 3/4. Okay, obviously you're going to measure this out. Glue, clamp, brad nail. Cover all your holes. Paint it, stain it, whatever you're going to do. Very easy. You can probably get this done in under a half an hour. You sell these on Marketplace for 15 bucks, 20 bucks, maybe Craigslist, or you got a local flea market or something where you can set up a stand. If you offer the personalization, that's going to command a higher price. People love personalization type things. Anyhow, very simple. Moving on. Number 2, bathroom toilet hanger. 5 pieces of wood. People love decorative, organizational type things. Scrap wood, 3 shelves, old hemp rope. You can elevate it by making it larger, giving it more shelves. Some people will do the chalk paint on it. Very easy to make. Glue, brad nails, some clamps, good to go. Let's get into the garage, I'll show you how I do it. Toilet hanger construction, guys or gals, 5 pieces. You can make this whatever size you want. That's part of the personalization or part of making it your own and elevating a little bit. But 2 pieces of wood, whatever size you wish. At the top, I put a hole, matching hole for the rope. And then 3 pieces as wide as you want. I believe these are all 4-inch wide. Space these out how you want. Glue them, brad nail them. If you want to do something like Craig, you really don't have to because these just aren't going to be bearing that much weight. Glue will be sufficient. But like I said, do whatever you want. Make it as complex or as easy as you want. But something like this could easily sell for 15, 20 bucks. Number 3, mail and magazine holder. Again, another organizational item that is slightly decorative, sitting on the wall, organizing an issue that everyone has a problem with. Too much paperwork lying around. You can elevate this, making these slots as big or small as you want, making as many of them as you want. That's completely up to you. Let's get into the garage. I'll show you how I made this one. All right, y'all. 8 pieces of wood for this project. 3.5 by 28.5. 3.5 by 9. These will be the ends. Glue brad nail. 8.25 by 3.5. These are going to be your dividers inside. They got to be a 3/4 inch smaller so that they all are the same length on top. Now remember, assuming your 3/4 stock is going to be 11/16, so you're just going to have to measure to make sure you're getting it where it needs to be. A 30 inch by 3.5. So I'm keeping everything is, I try to keep it simple. So everything is basically 3.5 width except for the 2 back pieces. This has got to be a little bit longer than the other one because it's going to go across the front as your front cover. And then the 2 back pieces will also be the 30 inch, and I just made these at 2. One's going to go here, here. So essentially, with the one across the front. And of course, make it your own by making it longer, adding more sections if you like, giving different size dimensions to the sections. And if you have a Cricut machine or you want to buy some alphabet stickers, you can personalize it, each category, like you saw the example of the one that's in my house. Number 4. Floating nightstand. 5 pieces of wood. Generally speaking, this is probably a little bit beyond scrap. These pieces are a little bit larger, but I work a lot with this in my business, so I went ahead and used it. And these are scrap pieces for me. But you can make these in any size. There's an integrated French cleat on the back, so it's very easy to mount, take on and off. 4 butt joints, essentially. Glue and nails. And I did put a little router on there, trim, just to take off the edges, make it look a little more decorative. You can do that or not do that. People need nightstands, and this is very simple. Even if you bought this would cost you at one of the big box stores less than $15 for this very nice inch thick pine, by the way, 1 inch actual. So that's very nice. And you could probably sell it for 25, 30 maybe. Or if you sold them as a set, probably even get 50, 60 maybe. All right, y'all. Floating nightstand. All the widths are going to be 8 inches. You can change this if you like. The side pieces are going to be 7 inches high, 11.5, and this is all 1 inch stock actual from this 1 inch thick pine that I use a lot of. And this is going to be 13. The French cleat, I cut the piece of wood 11.5 by 3.5, and then I cut it at a 45-degree angle. One part goes on the wall, one part will be mounted in the back of the floating nightstand. So very simple. When I first made this, I did use Craig's. So you're welcome to use that. If this were the back side of this, you'd be putting the cleat in like this. And I would put Craig screws in here just to secure it, glue it on 3 sides. And then of course, when this goes on the wall, it goes opposite. So when you set it on, locks into each other. So basically a square, all butt hinges, or butt joints rather, and that's it. And you can change this thing and make it to however you want. Nice little decorative floating nightstand that people like instead of buying IKEA crap. All right, for our 5th and final wood scrap project of the day is this essential oil cabinet. Very simplistic to make, just a basic square. I did attempt one of those distressed paint jobs on it. It was one of my first times. I didn't do that great a job, but for being scrap wood, could still probably get 15, 20 bucks for it. Very simple, square corners, nothing complex. We'll get into the garage. I'll show you how I got it done. All right, as I was saying, very simple project. Piece of scrap plywood here, 11.5 by 15. All these pieces, or the sides rather, are cut at 3 1/4 width. 11.5 to match the width. Sides are 16.5. Basic box. Shelves are 11.5 by 2.5 about. Remember, sometimes 3/4 inch stock is going to be 11/16. Just got to measure it out. Make sure it's flush. Personalize this as you want. Make as many little cubbies or shelves as you want. I think the big selling point on here will be the finish. Doing something decorative like chalk paint or whatnot will look really good. Maybe distressing it. And when you advertise it with the essential oils or makeup or whatever you're going to keep there, will really kind of put forth what this thing can be used for and maybe make people see it in a much more valuable light and be willing to pay, you know, 20, 25 maybe less. But if you're using all scrap wood and this will literally shouldn't take you any more than 30 minutes, be making some pretty easy side hustle money. All right, that's it for this one. That's about all I got for you today. I appreciate you watching. If you got some value out of this, I ask that you please like and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.